All right, guys, I'm about to do a role play with this guy. I got a role play. I posted about it in the group yesterday, and I got one guy. I actually got two guys, so I'm gonna record them both, but I gotta join the group, or he sent me a Zoom call, so I'm just trying to find that now, so I just got it. Okay, here we go. I'm joining now. Opening Zoom. How's it going, dude?
What's going on? Bryson, right?
Yeah.
Cool. How's it going, bro?
It's going good, man. A little anxious, but feeling good.
Yeah, no worries. That's normal.
Yeah.
You just joined the CLA, or what's going on?
Yeah, so I've been in the CLA for 2 months and like a week or so now. So, but I've been bone dry. I haven't seen any ROI yet. As far as money goes, I mean, I'm learning a lot, dude. So can't be mad about that, you know. But
yeah, nice.
Yeah, because I actually did this 3 years ago, and I only ever did stuff through the DMs, you know. So, I've made, I think, a total of $6,000 doing this, but I've never had a sales call. I was just so scared, dude. You know, for some reason. I actually thought role plays were scary because I'm like, I'm gonna pretend, you know. Shit's corny,
yeah,
you know.
Stepping out of your comfort zone, bro. This is definitely where all the growth is at. So you're doing the right thing.
I appreciate it, dude. So you go by Joseph?
Yeah, Joseph or Joe's cool. Just kind of whatever you feel is better.
Okay, cool, man.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about maybe like some of the pain points that this prospect kind of gave you, so I can kind of bounce off of that.
Dude, he seems like too good to be true. He answered. Let me find the little document here because we were talking back and forth. So I'm helping skinny guys, and he gave me all the answers. I'm like, dude, is this a setup? Are you in the program and you're trying to, you know? So let's see. He weighs 128. He's never been above 135. That's my story though. So I was able to relate with him so much. I'm like, dude, I was 150. I was 6 feet tall. You know, I was a stick, bro. You know. So he just got right into it straight off the bat. So I'm like, oh, this guy's hurting. Not that, you know, I wanted that, but I'm like, oh, here we go. You know, my first guy.
Yeah.
He says, let's see, where is it? He says, my whole life since high school, I've tried to get myself to eat more, try to get myself to work out consistently. Being skinny has always bothered me. I've never gone over 135. I've been that way since high school. I think he's my age, so I'm 27. So it's like a decade. Hasn't gone over that. Just trying to gain weight. I'm super skinny and I hate it. So yeah, my whole life since high school. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's definitely a lot to bounce off of, bro. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is I'll be him. What's his name?
It's Colton.
Colton. All right. So you can just refer to me as Colton, so you can kind of get a feel for like the call, how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you basically a lot of what he told you in the messages. So the idea behind the sales call is just going in there and you going onto the sales call to realize like, I'm here to help. All right, like don't worry about the whole selling, or don't get stressed about, oh my God, I'm gonna ask him for $1,000 at the end of the call.
Yeah.
Like, I've been there, dude. I've done that. All it does is just add to the anxiety.
Yeah.
So instead, just focus on just really listening to him and relating to him and making him feel comfortable for sharing the things that you're asking for.
Yeah.
And that's kind of all anybody wants, right? Like just think about talking to a buddy of yours, man, like who's going through something. You're going to be there. You're going to be supportive. You're going to offer your best advice, and you have the solution to his problem. And the solution is you insert your program, right?
Yeah.
So that's the solution. And then from there, obviously, we're going to handle objections and do it to the best of your ability. But I'm not going to be an easy sell right off the bat.
Yeah, please don't be. Yeah, I want you to like give me some. Yeah. So I've actually been role playing once a day for the last, I think, 3 weeks. And
Perfect.
It's actually been with ChatGPT because I don't know if you've ever done that, dude, but you can kind of give it prompts and stuff. So I've been using the advanced voice chat mode, and obviously it's not a real person, so you can't get that same feel. But I'm like, hey, go super hard on me. Give me 5 objections. Don't let me make the sale. And it gets me. I'm like, I don't know what I would say to that. I'm just threw the sale out the window, you know?
Yeah.
So I've been practicing with that.
Perfect, bro. So we'll go through the whole call. If you stumble, just get right back into it. Take a deep breath. It's all good. but let's try not to break character. Sometimes we get on these role plays and you kind of stumble a little bit, which is normal. And then we kind of break character and we're like, oh, dude, I don't know what else to say to that. But instead of doing that, I encourage you just like ground yourself again, take a deep breath, and continue the script until we finish.
Okay. And just so I'm fairly new to the CL, so I've been in onboarding for 2 months. I just got into the Change Lives Academy. Are you a coach in the whole thing? Are you like an Edward?
No, I'm doing the same thing you're doing.
Oh, okay.
I'm just a coach trying to make it happen as well.
Oh, cool, man. Hey, I'm just curious, like how's everything going for you? Like I'm just very curious, like what do your numbers look like? How's business for you? I think it's inspiring. I was on that call last night and people were throwing around, I made $200,000 this year. And I'm like, what, dude? You know?
Yeah, I was there too, bro. And seeing numbers like that is why I'm never going to quit on this, bro. I'm never going to give up, because like this is the thing that is going to allow me to live the life that I want to live. Yeah. And seeing people do it, seeing those numbers only reminds me and solidifies me that like I'm in the right room. I hit my first 5K month 2 months ago. It was in September. So I hit my first 5K month, and that was like freaking awesome. And then the next month, entrepreneurship is like waves, you know? So the whole next month, I wasn't really sure like how to deal with it. Like it was really weird. And I went through like a lot of like mental, I just wasn't sure how to like deal with getting that much online. Like, it was really new to me. And then I bounced back the month after that. I hit another 5K month. So things are good. Right now, I'm really trying to build my recurring, because my recurring I actually don't have recurring right now. So everything I make on a month-to-month basis is off of like paid in fulls or, you know, half now, half later type of thing. So that is going to get rid of the anxiety I have around like a monthly set income, because I don't have one right now. But I think I kind of lead with the ego on that, because I love paid in fulls.
Yeah, so much more right now.
Yeah. So I kind of got to take a step back on that. But things are good, dude. Like you, man, I'm learning every single day. Learning sales is something that I really needed to implement, because I spent like the whole first year just kind of like practicing every now and then, but not realizing how important it is and how much better you can get by practicing. So that's been a big learning curve for me. And yeah, I mean, it allowed me to hit my highest months, and I was just like, cool, we're on the right path, you know?
Yeah, so that's cool that you say $5,000, because that's the amount of money that I would need to make per month consistently to quit my job now. And in my head, I'm like, if I can do that on the time that I have working a job, like what could I do if I didn't, you know? So I'm trying to keep that in mind. I'm like, hey, I just got to get $5,000 consistently, and then I can pull the plug and then go all in. So
yeah, 100%.
I'm excited. Cool, man.
Cool, bro. Yeah, starts with this practice. So I'm ready whenever you are. And if you're going to use your script, use it. Just do your best to kind of just speak to me, listen to me. And if you need to read the script, that's fine. But just try to be you. Just be you, bro, like how we're having a conversation right now.
Okay. So I've actually never done a Zoom call role play. It's always been a phone call or, it's been faceless. So right now, I didn't even think about this, but right now I'm like looking at the script, but you probably think I'm looking at you, so I don't know how do you mask that? By the way, I think I'm going to call him on the phone. I didn't even think about Zoom, so.
Okay, yeah, that works fine too. So if you're just going to be glancing at it, don't worry about, you know, me being here kind of looking. When I do my calls, I do Zoom calls. Mm-hmm. So I'll kind of have like us at the top, like right by the camera, and then I'll have like the script under it.
Oh,
and then
I see.
Have like on the side, I'll kind of have like my notes folder or my Google Doc open, so I can just type some notes out. But that's kind of how I handled it. I don't necessarily read the script, so that has like kind of killed a lot of the anxiety I had of like, oh my God, do they see me kind of looking? Do they see me like reading? Right. So it just comes with practice, bro. It just comes with practice.
Because when I've been doing these role plays, I kind of glance at the script and then I have an idea of what the question is, and then I'll try not to even read it. I'll try to. I'm probably gonna, because this is high. More pressure, I guess. I mean, you're a real human being. You're not some AI that's like doesn't even know I'm screwing up. But I'll try to look. So like you get to the nutrition section, and I'll see that, and I'll be like, okay, so I got to ask him what it's like, fast food, alcohol, cigarette. I kind of just know. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, perfect, bro. That's exactly how it should be.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody say anything when you're taking notes or like using your computer? I don't know if you can hear me typing.
Nope, I can't hear you typing.
Oh, interesting. I bet it's because of this microphone. I don't know.
Yeah, the mic is actually pretty nice. It sounds quality.
Oh, does it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Sometimes it's plugged in and it never works. But wait, so you can minimize zoom, and then
Yep.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, just press like the little. Mine's yellow, so it's like the green, yellow, red little.
Oh, but you said you keep your pictures there though.
Yeah, I just make our Zoom box like very small.
Oh, I didn't know you do that. Then you can do that.
Check this out. I'm going to share my screen with you.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have...
Are you already taking notes? Look at you.
Yeah, taking notes right here. And I'm trying to find our Zoom itself. But usually I just have us up here like this.
Just like... Oh, like what we... Yeah. So you have your screen, and then we're like right here?
Yep, right at the top. And then I'll be taking notes like this.
Okay.
And then on this other half, the whole right side, I'll kind of have either the script. Yeah, I'll have the script there, basically.
Okay. How do I get it so it's just your face up there when I... Are you saying you're on the script and you have other things and then it's just the two faces above? I've never done that. I'm just trying to figure out what would be the best.
Yeah, so I have both of us at the top and then my notes, so I can take notes, and then my script on the side of the notes, so I can just kind of scroll as I go.
Okay. How do you make it... Wait, is it right here? Oh, I think I just figured it out. Yeah, so I can still see you, but I'm on Google Chrome right now.
Okay, yeah, perfect. There you go.
Cool. All right, dude. Well, I'm just going to give it hell. So here we go.
All right, let's do this, bro.
So I'm just going to pretend that like what we've been talking about is like the warm up. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Like just a normal conversation? Mm-hmm. All right. So here we go, dude. All right, dude. Well, I just want to jump right into the call today. So I just want to say thanks for taking time out of your day to make this happen. I know you got some stuff going on, but I appreciate you hopping on the call. And my goal here is to make sure that this call, it's worth your time. We get some solutions going, and that you accomplish your goals. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Cool, dude. So what we're going to focus on during this call, just so you kind of have an idea of what to expect, is we're going to go over your main struggles. And I know we've been talking about that in the DMs a little bit. I just want to get more crystal clear on that. And then we're going to talk about your main goals. Again, just want to make sure we're crystal clear. And then I'm going to share some strategies that some of my clients and I use to consistently make progress in the right direction. So make sure we hit that 135 goal of yours. Does that sound good, man?
Perfect, yep.
Cool. So, and at the end of the call, I'm going to ask you, or I'm going to let you know whether or not I can help. And if I can, I'm going to extend the invite for you to join the program. And I either want a hell yes or a hell no. All right, nothing in the middle.
Okay, perfect, man. Let's do it.
Cool. So first off, I just want to get an idea of your goals. I mean, again, I know we talked about it in the DMs, but expand a little bit more on that. So you want to be 135 pounds. And I read your application. You said in the next 6 months. I think that's very doable. So, but what else? Like, you want to gain the pounds. Like, what comes with that? What are you trying to achieve in the next 6 months or so?
Yeah, so next 6 months, I think, if 135 is doable, getting to 140, 145 would be awesome. Again, I've never been above 135. So honestly, just putting on some weight, dude, kind of just building some lean muscle. I feel like I want to fill out my frame a little bit more. Yeah. You said you've been skinny for quite some time now, right? You've been kind of overlooked, you feel like, right? Yeah, it's just kind of been like my whole life, dude, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, I get it, man. I showed you that before and after. I used to be 150 at 6 foot. So it felt so tiny. I'll have to say more photos, dude. It's crazy. But anyway, I get that feeling 100%. So talk to me a little bit about what you're doing right now to get closer to those goals. I know you mentioned that you're hitting the gym, but it's just really hard for you to stay consistent. Just tell me a little bit more about that. Yeah, so right now, dude, like I mentioned, I'm in the gym 3, sometimes 4 days a week. I, try to do if not full body workouts, I'll do upper, lower kind of splits just to kind of just to try to hit my legs a little bit more often. And yeah, dude, just life gets busy though. Work is super busy right now, especially around the holidays. So it's been pretty tough to maintain a consistent structure. Yeah, I get that, dude. That's one of the hardest things to maintain. There's so much going on, especially the holidays, like you just said. So I get that feeling 100%. So why is all this a priority for you right now? You said you've been struggling for 5 years, and we're on the phone today. So why is this the priority today? Right now. Yeah, dude, I'm ready to make it happen. Obviously with what I'm doing, it isn't working, and it's always bothered me that I've been super skinny, and I just ready to New Year's is coming up, and I'm just like 2025, man. Like I'm ready to make it happen.
Yeah, dude, I get it. And I know you work at Young Mazda. It's a car dealership. So I know that, having the extra size, I'm sure that'll boost your confidence. I'm sure that would also flow right into your professional life as well, land more deals, I mean, I know you said you follow Andy Elliott, so I know you know a thing or two about taking your shirt off and stuff like that. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. So, awesome, dude. So, remind me again, you said you worked out 3 to 4 times per week. Is that fair to say you're consistent with that, or is it off and on?
It's been, at least 3 times for sure. If my schedule allows, then 4, but yeah, it's usually 3.
Okay. And you said full body, you said you like upper body, lower body. It's kind of your routine right now. I just want to make sure I understand.
Yeah. It's kind of everywhere, to be honest.
Gotcha, dude. By the way, in this call, I'm just taking notes. I want to make sure that I hear you and I don't I'm taking correct notes and getting the right information from you. So just want to make sure I understand you, man. So anyway, so as far as your nutrition goes, tell me a little bit about that. Walk me through a day of eating. We'll just say today, if you can remember that. I can't remember shit, but how was today going?
I know. I'm going to have to really think about this one right now. But this morning I had 4 eggs. I had 4 eggs with 2 tortillas, and around 11 so far, I had a protein shake, double scoop, and nice. That was just by itself. Then after this, my goal is to eat another plate of chicken, rice, and to be honest, that's probably going to be it for the day. I try to have 2 to 3 solid meals. Again, with work, it kind of varies. Sometimes I'll get something on the go, but today, since I'm home, this is what it's looking like.
Gotcha. Okay. And you said you'll sometimes get something to go. Are you eat a lot of fast food by chance, or how does that incorporate into your life?
Yeah, so fast food is probably anywhere between I try to avoid it, to be honest, but 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay, cool, man. Just curious, you have any favorite spots?
Dude, I love burgers.
Okay,
I love myself
same.
a double cheeseburger. Yeah, with some fries on the side and some ranch. That's my go-to right there.
Dude, I feel I think burgers, and I'm as American as it gets. Burger and fries, dude. Sign me up. I get it.
Yeah.
Cool. And gotcha, man. Are you tracking what you're eating by chance?
Tracking? No, that's something I've never done.
Gotcha. Cool. And then what about alcohol? You party on the weekends?
No, I'm sober from everything right now.
Oh, dude. Awesome, dude. There's not many people who can say it. That's awesome. Good for you. So I imagine you don't smoke cigarettes either.
Nope.
Dude, way to go. It's a very expensive habit. Wouldn't recommend it. I've never been a smoker either, but, I used to work at a gas station. Those things were expensive as hell. People would buy 2 packs at a time, come back the next week crazy.
Yeah, dude. Damn.
Yeah. Well, anyway, man, so you mentioned that we're trying to get to 135. That's your number one goal. And I know we talked about it in the DMs. You want to get to upwards to 170. I think that's awesome, dude. You got huge goals. So why is that number important to you? So is it the size that comes with it? Why 135? Why not 136? Why is that important to you?
I mean, I think just being able to just fill out my shirts better, to be honest. Right now I'm wearing a medium and they kind of fit a little bit big on me. So I think just being able to fill out, I don't know, even closer to a large where it kind of fits comfortable, I think that would be awesome. Yeah,
arms bulging out of the sleeves, got the bicep veins that we're talking about.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I get it, dude. So if let's see. So I just want to make sure I'm writing notes here. So bulgy out of the shirt. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. So rate your mental and physical health right now. If you had to, on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you rate that?
And being
10 being the best, 1 being I'm a dumpster fire.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I just know I can be doing better. So I would probably give myself a 6.
A 6 across the board for both then?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm curious, man. So you could have said a 10. Why is it a 6? What do we got to do to get to a 10 here?
I honestly just think having structure, would definitely help a lot. Knowing what to do in the gym, because I know putting on lean muscle is pretty difficult, and I just don't know if I'm pushing myself hard enough, or I don't know, let alone eating enough. I'm trying to, but it's hard, you know?
Yeah, it is, dude. I mean, it's kind of hard to force feed yourself. I get it. It's a common issue. And the structure, like you said, that plays a huge part. You know, if you have everything all mapped out, you wouldn't have any guesswork. You know, you just walk into the gym and be like, hey, I'm doing this workout. It's going to get me closer to my goals. Rinse and repeat, man, you know? So I appreciate your honesty in all these things, man. So why is it important that we make a change now instead of waiting any longer? You know, I want to bring it up again that you've been putting this off for 5 years. That's what you told me. It's 5 years, correct?
Yeah, it's been like closer to 7.
Dude, that's crazy, man. How does it make you feel? You've been putting off for 7 years.
I mean, it kind of sucks, dude. Like, I just think where I could be now if I started earlier, you know?
Yeah. I mean, imagine 7 years of just focused training. I mean, even 80% training. Just imagine where you'd be now, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're on the call with me today, right now. Something had to have happened. Today's the day. Why today?
I think I just, officially just overlooking how I look, man. It feels like it's like a never ending thing, you know, where I put on a shirt and I'm like, damn, all right, just start the day, you know, and just, I don't know, man. I just feel like I kind of tired of just kind of going through the motion.
Yeah. Not really happy with how you look then, huh?
No.
Yeah. Do you have a big friend group? You got a lot of guys that are in the gym by chance, or are they also kind of on the slimmer side?
I got a few buddies. Some of them hit the gym. Some of them are kind of more into gaming and stuff. So it's kind of mixed. Okay.
Well, I want to paint a picture in your head right now. All right. So think about if you were to take this serious just for the next 6 months. Think about you know, we're working towards these goals. We've achieved them. You have this body, you weigh the amount that you want, 135 and beyond, and you're in the best shape of your life. And you're the big guy in the friend group. You know, you're the guy that's like, oh man, I want to be like Colton, bro. Like, what does that look like for you, man?
Dude, that would be freaking sick, to be honest. I think I'd be really proud of myself, you know, just that I actually did that and that my friends look up to me. For the most part, everyone's pretty chill. Like, no one really says anything, but if they gave me some credit that they're like telling me, yeah, damn, bro, you look big and you look solid, like, that would be nice to hear.
Yeah, I'm sure it would, dude. I mean, you'd be that guy. And I don't know if that's your goal of it all, but it's always nice to have that people. Because I used to have friends, they were way into the gym. They were much bigger than me. So it was like we would go hang out and all the girls would be looking at them. And I'm like, hi, I'm here too, you know. So I felt overlooked. Maybe you feel similarly, but it's just a horrible feeling. So, I mean, I really wouldn't wish that on anybody. I don't know if you can relate, but yeah, man. So anyway, I really like asking these kinds of questions because it's what you just said, we can absolutely make happen. This can absolutely become a reality for you, and actually much faster than you think too. So it's not going to take 10 years. Sure as shit, it isn't going to take 7. So don't even worry about that. I mean, as long as you have the right path, you have the right guidance, you're in the right direction, I mean, you'll be taken care of. So that's awesome, man. So, all right, Colton. So now that I have a better idea of where you're trying to go, I appreciate you opening up and sharing some of these things with me. Why do you think you haven't been able to accomplish these goals by yourself?
Yeah, I think just losing the structure, man. I always lose consistency. I feel like I'm motivated, and then all of a sudden life gets busy and I'll put, fitness back on the back burner again. I'm just kind of tired of that same cycle. I don't know. I think I just need some accountability or something.
Yeah, dude, that's actually pretty much the most common answer that I get when I'm talking to people. They need the accountability. They need that extra guidance. I get it, man. So I just painted a really good picture in your head, like what it would be like to achieve these goals. So I want to do the opposite now. So I'm going to play devil's advocate real quick. I'm just going to pretend that you get off this call, you don't take any action. 7 years turns into 8, you turn into 9, so on and so forth. How would that make you feel to know another 2, 3, 4, 5 years go by with no change yet again?
Dude, I don't even want to imagine that, being in my 30s around that time, just kind of doing the same thing, feeling the same way. I don't even want to think about that, dude. I don't think that would be a reality I could accept.
Yeah, I'm going to push on this a little bit, man. Why do you not want to think about it?
Just, I just can't imagine that, dude. Like I can't imagine even maybe having a kid in the future and just not feeling proud of how I am, how I look. So, man, I don't think I'll ever let it get to that, to be honest.
Yeah, dude, I hear you. So it's probably safe to say this is a need for you right now, not a want, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I hear you. Awesome, dude. So based on everything you've told me, man, I think here's a couple things that I noticed when we were talking that I think could completely change what you're doing, the trajectory that you're headed, just if we just implemented these few things. So if we got you working out just consistently, I mean, we're at 3 to 4 right now. If we can make that consistent to ensure that every single week it was at least 4, and from there we can make adjustments. But if we got that to at least 4, that's a good steady stream of progress right there. That combined with, you mentioned that you're eating fast food a few times per week, which not the end of the world, but we can definitely taper that down. I'm not saying don't eat your burgers and fries, because I still eat burgers and fries, so no worries there. But if we taper that down just a little bit and also focus on tracking the amount of the calories and the foods that we're eating, I can't make a promise and say that you're going to be Hulk Hogan tomorrow morning, but you will definitely see noticeable results much faster than you think. And I'm sure you're going to be like, why the heck didn't I do this sooner? So does that make sense, man? I mean, these are the things that I've observed on this call, what's holding your back. So does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it all kind of makes sense, especially like knowing how much to eat. I think I kind of just guess most of the time.
Yeah, man. And one more thing I'll point out is you mentioned you're eating about 2 to 3 big meals per day. And you also said that you're having, for example, today you had 4 eggs, 2 tortillas, a protein shake, and some chicken and rice. That right there, it's probably no more than 1,500 calories. So definitely something to think about here, because that's not enough to build muscle for sure. And if we could fix that, then again, like what I just said, we could definitely get you, on the right track. So that's awesome, man. So I'm going to ask another rating here. On a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you to accomplishing these goals?
Realistically, solid 8.
Solid 8? Dude, I like that. I mean, I got to ask again, how come it's not a 9? What's in the way of a 9 what's in the way of a 10?
I think just like actually sticking through with it, you know?
Yeah. Is it a belief in yourself thing? Is it a belief in external factors? Is it a support thing? What is that?
I think kind of a little bit of everything, to be honest. I think just because I've started and stopped so many different times, it kind of feels like, well, hopefully I get it right this time. Yeah.
You said you started and stopped so many times. Again, I want to push on that a little bit, man. The common denominator there is you. So, I mean, if this is really something you're committed to, then there's going to have to be some kind of change within the headspace to make sure that you can commit. That's actually one of the parts of the program, and I'm going to dive into that in a minute. I think a lot of coaches focus on just macros and workouts, but I like to dive a little bit deeper. And again, I'll go over that in just a minute. So does that make sense before I continue on?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Cool, man. All right. Well, Colton, at the start of the call, I mentioned that I would let you know if I can help you or not. And man, you guessed it, dude. Good news is I can definitely help you, dude. And so now that we know this, now we've gone over this, do you want to hear a little bit more about the program and how I can help you and what the program has to offer, just so you know what's going on with the program?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, man. So the online coaching program here is a 16-week transformation program for men. And here's a little bit what you get. I'm going to cover the main categories. So the first thing here is we have macronutrient guidance. And if you absolutely need a meal plan, which I don't really do, but if you absolutely need one, I can for sure help you out. We're going to be adjusting your meal plan on a weekly basis. As far as the macronutrient targets go, just make sure you're enjoying your diet and you're making progress on a weekly basis. And with tracking, I'm going to ensure that the foods that you're eating are foods that you actually enjoy. I'm not going to force you to eat chicken and rice every meal. That's horrible. I don't even do that. Matter of fact, I include a lot of, quote, fun foods as well. So that's something I just don't believe in. Mr. Olympia isn't Mr. Olympia because he trains and sticks to a diet just for 12 weeks. He eats and breathes the lifestyle. So while we're not trying to be Mr. Olympia, we just have to adopt that lifestyle of, I'm the guy that takes his health serious. I'm the guy who eats well. I'm the guy. Does that make sense where I'm going with this?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, cool. And then we have the workout program, which is designed for your goals. So lucky for you, dude, I've been in your shoes. I know what it's like to be really skinny. I know what it's like to feel just so overlooked and not good. I mean, I used to wear I think it was medium shirts like you, and they were still baggy. So I get it. So the workout routine is going to be specific to muscle building and your goals, and it's going to be coming in one bundle in an app, so you can track everything. You never have to look up anything, and even if you do, you can just shoot me a quick message and I'll help you go through the exercise. You can even FaceTime me. I'll walk you through the form, how to do all that. And again, we just want to make sure that you're always headed in the right direction. And if you miss a workout, I'll know, so I can kick you in the ass a little bit and get you back on track. So that way we have the accountability that you're looking for, and we have the structure of the program to make sure that you're hitting your goals. Is that cool?
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Cool, dude. And then lastly, one of the last main things I want to talk about here is the accountability, which you mentioned earlier was huge for you. And so most coaches run accountability in a weekly fashion, but I care a little bit more about that portion of it just because I think it's so important. So it's not going to be just weekly or not even bi-weekly. I know some coaches do that. So that means that you're going to get accountability on a day-to-day basis, and it only requires 60 seconds. It's not even kidding. My current client, Jaden, he does it in 13 seconds every day. So if you can't commit 13 seconds, dude, we got bigger problems, all right? So it's one way for me to keep you on track, keep you on the rails of success, make sure that we're building muscle and we're kicking ass. So no more plateaus, no more being skinny. I'm going to make sure you hit all your goals and we hit 135. Is that cool, man? Does that all make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Awesome, dude. So out of what I just was talking about, out of all those parts of the program, you know, the training, nutrition, the accountability, which part of the program do you think that you could benefit most right now?
To be honest, I think the nutrition, I think that would be the biggest game changer.
Okay. And is there something about the nutrition aspect that kind of sticks out to you as the main driver of what's holding you back? Like why nutrition?
Just like you mentioned earlier, you don't even think that what I ate today is enough to gain weight. So I've been kind of doing that, and I feel like knowing exactly what to do would be the biggest factor.
Yeah, if you knew exactly what you had to eat every day and all you had to do was that and you gain muscle, you think it'd be much easier?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, awesome, dude. That makes sense. I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate the honesty, man. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into the investment of the program. So I'm just going to compare what it would be in person just so you have an idea. So in-person training, so EOS Fitness, I know we both live pretty close to one. They offer, I used to work there actually. So they have personal training, and it's available for $32 per session. Now, if you were to do that 5 times a week, in your case, we'll just say we're going to the gym 4 times per week. So if it was $32 per session and you went 4 times a week, you're looking at close to $150 per week. So over the course of a month and over the course of the 16 weeks of the program, it would be close to $2,000 that you'd be forking over for a personal trainer. Now, you wouldn't be getting any nutrition. You wouldn't be getting any extra accountability outside their schedule. And you'd be on your personal trainer schedule, meaning you would have to go to the gym then, and you couldn't just go whenever you wanted. Maybe you got a late day at work. You got to go at 2 a.m. Maybe you're psycho. Who knows? So just depends. So you'd have to be on their schedule. So with my online coaching program, it comes with training, nutrition, the mindset coaching, the accountability, and so many more things, dude. I can't wait to show you. And you would get more attention, more help, more personalization, and unlimited communication. It would be just night and day difference. So here's the 2 options. So we have option 1, which is $750 for 16 weeks, or we have option 2, $250 per month for 4 months. You know, option 1 is easier, or excuse me, it's up front, so you kind of get out of the way and you save $250. Then we have option 2 again, which is easier on cash flow, and that's a monthly option. So out of these 2 options, Colton, which one are you thinking about going with?
I think, man, obviously saving a little bit more would be ideal. I would like to do the 750. I just don't know if I have it right now. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I mean, I totally understand. So I appreciate the honesty, man. So is it that you don't have a card that you can put it on, or is it savings, or is it something else like that?
I think it's just, I definitely just cleared up some credit cards, so I don't want to put it on a card like that. Savings, I would just kind of have to see if I even have it, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Christmas just kind of came around and took a little dent, you know. Yeah,
dude, I get it, man. I 100% get it. Do you mind if I actually break down the cost so it's kind of comparable to something that you would do every day?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I just want to break this down. So since you're doing the 750, if you would do the 750 up front, because that's the one you said you were leaning to, is that right?
Yeah.
Right on, man. So if you want to average that out over a per day basis, so for example, you say you get a burger and fries, how much does that cost you usually? Is that usually like $15?
Usually it's around $15 or so, yeah.
Okay, I'll even be generous, man. I'll say it's $10. So you're investing in your health, but you're investing in the wrong way. So if you take that same money and you put it towards your health and your fitness, it's not just for a quick meal that lasts you 20 minutes. It's actually lifelong knowledge, wisdom. You're paying dividends for your health, everything, man. And it's not $10. It's not even $7 per day. So when you break it down, it's $6.69 per day. It's probably what you're spending on the fast food, like I said, the random subscriptions, the coffee breaks, And like I said, the difference is you're investing in a stronger, more confident version of yourself that will pay dividends for years. So I want to ask you, man, is that something that's worth investing for you?
Yeah, I definitely think it would be worth investing. It makes a lot of sense when you break it down like that. I think for me, just making sure that I have the investment is more so like my main concern, because it sounds great, dude. Like I would love to join. I think just making sure that it's kind of doable right now.
Yeah, I totally get it, man. So it sounds like maybe the month to month would be better for you for cash flow. So it seems like it's Christmas, we have the holidays coming up. So the $750 is quite a bit. With the $250 per month, is that what you wanted to roll with, just as far as like a payment plan goes then?
I mean, the thing about that is just kind of adding like a monthly payment isn't really something I want to do. It's kind of already tied with like my car insurance and rent and things like that. So, ideally the $750 would be better, I think, for both of us. So, can I just kind of maybe get back to you in like 2 weeks or so, kind of around the new year, just to see if I got my finances right and kind of, start off with momentum 2025. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, starting the year off right. Is that the plan?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I got you, man. Well, let me say this, dude. So you've been putting this off for 7 years, and right now you're telling me you want to keep on putting it off for another 2 weeks. Is there something about the program that didn't make sense to you? I need to elaborate on and clarify on, or is it what is it about that?
I think the program kind of makes sense. I also just don't know, am I going to need to track my calories? Is that something I have to do?
It's not something you have to do at all. I actually simplified the whole thing. I actually track macros once per week. I put it in my fitness pal and I'm done for the week. And I can show you right now if you wanted to. Shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, I think I'm just a little worried about tracking, I've never done it before, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to push this off. I just think I gotta check to make sure, check the budget, and I don't know, just a timing thing, I guess, too,
Yeah, I get it's Christmas. I understand that part of it. Do you mind if I share a story about my client, Jaden, real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so Jaden actually just joined the program. We had the same phone calls, making sure that he was a good fit, kind of going over what his goals were, kind of like this. And he told me the same thing. He said, dude, it's Christmas. I don't know if I can afford this. And what I've found to be the common theme with people who are joining the program is that it's not the financial side of things. It's not the lack of knowledge. It's just that they've been so scared to just bet on themselves and commit to something. And it's actually the fear of investing in themselves in the first place that was the reason they were stuck. So, they kept trying quick fixes. They kept putting it off for, 7 years in your case, and they stayed stuck, man. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, like Jaden, man, he finally realized he had to invest in himself to make this change. And when he did, it's all downhill, dude. He's killing it now. I've been posting about him on my story. You've probably seen some of his wins. He's already down 20 pounds. He's got different goals, but he's killing it, man. So it's because he decided to invest in himself. So let me ask you, dude, if we were able to get you to 135 and beyond, achieve these goals, would it be worth investing in for you?
Yeah, dude, I think it would be,
You could even be selfish, dude. It's a Christmas present to you this year.
Yeah, I definitely think it would be.
Yeah, so, it sounds like you're ready to get going, man. You said it's worth investing in. Did you want to roll with that 750?
Man. Yeah, I think yeah, Bryson, man, I'm sorry to do this, bro. I just feel like I need to make sure I have it, I just want to check, make sure that the finances are all there. And I don't want to owe you on a month to month, dude. Like, I don't want to do that, So if I check, if I have the 750, then I'll definitely get back to you, bro. Like, you got my word on that.
Okay, man. And you're for sure, I have your word on that?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, man. So what we can do is, how much time did you say that you needed to think about this? A couple months, what'd you say?
Just a few days, to be honest, maybe
gotcha.
after the holidays.
Cool, man. So what we can do is I can actually set you up on a deposit, totally refundable. So it's $100 down today. And if you decide in a couple days that you really don't want to do this, then I'll send the money back, no questions. I'll even send you an extra $10 so you can buy another burger, dude. Or excuse me, and that's just a way to show to me that you really are committed and you really do want to do this. Because if not, dude, I mean, you might continue putting this off for another 5 years.
Yeah, I think I could do 100 down.
Cool, man. Cool, dude. So what I'm going to do is I have your phone number, so I'm going to send you a link really quick. It's going to have the investment link for the deposit, and we'll get that taken care of, all right?
Okay, perfect.
Okay, I just sent you the text. Did you get it?
Yeah, I just sent it over.
Okay, perfect. So you go ahead and get that filled out. I'm gonna go ahead and get a free resource get a free resource sent over to you. I'm gonna show you how I track my macros only once per week. That way, I mean, if you decide not to, at least you have this free resource and I didn't waste your time. So while you take care of that, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. All right.
Okay, cool. I just sent it right over, bro.
Cool. I just got it, man. Sweet, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and send you this resource. It's a PDF. It's a Dropbox link. I'm not going to scam you. It's already right there. So just free resource for you, man. So awesome. And you just need a few days. So is Saturday at 4:00 cool?
Yeah, Saturday's perfect.
Cool, man. Well, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to make this happen, dude. That's awesome. So I'll chat with you on Saturday at 4:00. Same thing. I'll give you a call.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for your time.
Cool, man. See you later.
All right.
Click.
Okay.
All right, give it to me straight, bro.
There you go. So first of all, bro, I think you did a great job. Before I give you my feedback, I always like to ask how you feel you did and things you feel like you could improve on. I want to hear from you first, and then I will gladly give you my input after.
Okay. So I think there was I can't name them off the top of my head, but there was about 2 or 3 times where I just kept talking and I was like, dude, what am I saying? So there's a few times that happened. I think I just need to get better at following the script, because there were certain things that I was reading and I'm like, that doesn't flow, man. And I kind of lost momentum, because I feel like I was doing good at parts. Then I would see the next part of the script and I'm like, why would I ask that right now? So I think I need to do better with not being so glued to the script. This call, I feel like I did better. I feel like I was looking over here, kind of looking at I have a little note thing with like pain points and just goals, with your nutrition, all that stuff. So I was looking at that. And at the very end, when I was like, I can show you how to macro track, like I shouldn't have said that. That's stupid. Like what am I going to do? Like, this is how you do it. I wouldn't have said that. So definitely buckled under pressure right there. That rating question, that one threw me off. Didn't like that. I felt like I was really... So I don't know anything about the deposit training. I've never done that before. So I kind of pulled that out of my ass. So I don't know how that's supposed to go. But I kind of just used the phone script, I'll get this set up for you, I'll get a free resource. I just pulled that out of my hat. I don't even know what that is, but I kind of felt like I was being a dick with the nutrition. I'm like, yeah, you're not eating enough, dude. But maybe I could have said that differently. Like, you're only eating this much, it's only this many calories. Like 2 protein shakes, chicken and rice, 4 eggs and 2 tortillas. Like, you're not gaining weight with that,
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I feel like it was... Compared to how it's been, I feel like this was like a 6 out of 10. I don't feel like I would have closed it, though. I don't feel like I would have.
Dude, I definitely appreciate your honesty. You have anything else you want to touch on before I go, or?
Oh, he gave me an 8 out of 10 rating, and I think I should have just brushed by that. I think maybe it's good that I dug deep. I don't know. I should have used the pain point. You said you're going to have in the future you would have a kid. I was thinking about using that at the very end, but I wanted to shut up. I think I could have used more pain points in the pitch of the program rather than just reading like, hey, this is what we're going to do with accountability. I should have been like, the accountability so that, and then you're filling their goals. Or, we have the workout program so that you can fill out your shirt. I should have done that. I do feel like I built good rapport as far as like, oh, I love burgers, right? What's your favorite place? I don't know if that's super important during the call. I felt like that was good though. Like I'm a person. I'm not just like, how much do you eat? What's your workout? You know?
Yeah, it's a good icebreaker, definitely.
And I think those are the things I noticed. But I feel like the objections, I was just circling back too much. I think I went on too long with the... Anyway, that's kind of what I think, but...
Yeah, overall, dude, I think the feedback that you have for yourself, that's why I like to ask the question, because it gives you a better understanding of like how you honestly think you did, rather than just kind of running with my feedback. But overall, I agree with mostly everything you said when it comes down to the beginning of the call. You were very fluid, right? We kind of just... like, what's going on, bro? How are you? Like, that is perfect, bro. Just like how we met each other for the first time. That's how it would be with him on the call. So I thought that was good. When you kind of told me the game plan, I thought that flowed really well. I was like, cool. I understand what's going to happen on the call. You letting me know you're taking notes allows me to feel like, oh, he's actually paying attention. He actually is listening to me. So definitely bring that up in the call so the prospect feels heard.
Yeah.
You do a lot of like reassuring by reiterating like what I say to you, like you say it back to me. So that makes me feel heard. So keep doing that. That's a really good thing. When it comes down to the goals, the 6 months, the 6 month thing is a really good thing, but I just feel like you could have dove more into detail. Like why is this so important? Like, why do you want to fill out your shirts? When you're hanging out with your buddies or something, like I know how it is with the boys, bro. Like, do any of them say anything to you? Like, do they kind of make fun of you or something? Like, what was that one thing that kind of pops in the back of your head as to why you want to make this change?
Yeah. It's funny you say that, because I felt like I kept asking why is it important. I feel like I was asking that too much.
I think it's just you said it twice the same way, but instead, and you do really good, bro. Like, the whole call was really fluid for this being like your first one. So it was really solid overall. Like, you're going to be a killer in the game, dude. Like, I see the potential with like you doing this for the first time. But it's just how you ask the questions. So it's maybe more so like
tonality and stuff. Yeah,
tonality of just like, oh, that's interesting, bro. So, I mean, you mentioned in the DMs, like, you wanted to be 135. I'm just curious, Bryson, like why 135? Like, why not 130? And then he's just like, oh, because X, Y, and Z. And asking just like, okay, like, dude, well, I appreciate you for being honest. Like, thank you for sharing that. Obviously, dude, you know, you've been pushing this off for a really long time. So what was that like one moment that just recently happened as to why...
I like that question.
As to why we're on this phone call right now. Why are we here?
Yeah, that's a good question to ask, dude. What was that one moment?
Like, what was that one moment that you experienced that you're thinking about right now as to what really made you want to start this journey? Like, really dial in. And that allows him to expand, because you caught yourself, right? You already told me that you feel like you kind of rambled a little bit, like you tried to explain certain things, but instead of trying to explain and convince, ask those questions to get them to expand. So instead, like as an example, you had mentioned to me, when you were painting the vision, you had said that you told me you felt overlooked when your friends were kind of getting all the looks from the girls, and you were like, I'm not sure if you can relate, but anyways, and you moved on.
Oh, yeah.
But instead of like just kind of throwing it out there, that's where you dig, bro, where it's just like, Colton, have you, by any chance, bro, I know you've shared a lot with me, man, and I appreciate it, but have you ever felt like that?
Dude, you probably kill it on calls. I'm like, you're a role player, right? I'm like, oh, man, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, bro. Again, it's just practice. I mean, this is something I've had to learn, but tonality is everything, dude. I'm going to give you that advice right now as well. Like,
tonality.
When it comes down to like how you say things, that's literally everything. That's like literally everything on how it makes them feel the emotion of the pain that they're in. And that one question right there is like, you know, you related to me, and the relating is good. I just think relating, but asking, have you ever felt like that? Is that something you've ever experienced before?
So I would go like, how I felt overlooked. My friends were getting all the girls. I felt overlooked. Can you relate to that, man?
Yeah, it's like, Yeah, man. And, I actually know exactly what that feels like. One time, my friend, and then all of a sudden...
I got loads of those stories. I really do. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, dude. So the whole relating, you sharing your story, if you felt a certain way, or if you felt a certain way, if you really did wear mediums and they were a little baggy on you, if you share that at the beginning of the call, towards the beginning, it's like that allows them to feel, damn, he's like sharing with me how he went and how he felt during his journey. And now when he asks me questions, I don't feel interrogated. Instead, I feel like I can relate to this guy now.
Yeah, like the human aspect. These are human beings, not just robotic.
Dude, absolutely, bro. Yeah, it's all the emotional part of the call. The whole idea of the call is just to get them in an emotional state to help them realize that, like, your program is the solution to their emotional problems. Yeah. That is literally it. And when it comes down to you showing your expertise, that was good, bro. Like, you told me how it was. Don't feel like you came off really hard or anything on, oh, you're not going to gain weight with that. Like, that's the truth, bro. Like,
I feel like maybe the way I said it then was not. So I think it goes back to tonality then. I could have been like, you're not going to be gaining. I don't know how would you have said that? Or would you have said something different?
Yeah, I think maybe it could be more something like, oh, okay, cool, bro. So how long have you been doing that for? How long has your nutrition been like that for? Get them to expand, because that's going to give you an answer on like, oh, okay, so you've been doing that for like 4 months. Are you... Bryson, are you proud of the progress that you made in these past 4 months?
Are you proud? That's a good question, dude.
And that, again, being proud of your progress is going to get you emotional. Whether you're going to be happy, or whether you're not, you're going to be like, no, I'm not, dude. And it freaking sucks. And it's like, oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear. So like what do you feel like could be better? Like, what are you not proud of? Dude, like my chest, I just really want to like build my chest and my shoulders, bro. Like, and that really gets them to open up. Is this making sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I'm writing more notes. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a whole other cheat sheet and use these later. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you mentioned it. You mentioned it like having a kid in the future. I kind of threw it out there because I wanted to see like what you would do with it.
It was staring at me right here. It's right here, like kid underlined and everything. Didn't even do anything with it.
Yeah, that's okay. So it's gonna happen. But again, anytime it comes down to family, that's something you cling on to. You're like, oh, okay, cool, because family is always emotional. Yeah. Right? So if he wants to have a kid in the future, it's like, dude, I love that, bro. Like, how many kids do you want? Maybe just 2. Okay, cool, bro. Like, you want boys or girls? Like, just be cool, Like, get him to, like, feel like it's a conversation. And now that you kind of ask those questions to kind of, like, soften it up, it's like, oh, dude, I'm just curious, bro. Like, obviously, being a dad is a big thing. Like, how would you want to show up as a dad if you did have a few kids in the future?
Yeah, dude.
Notice how I didn't say anything after? It just paused.
Yeah. So do that. That question allows them to really think. And sometimes it's uncomfortable because you're just like, I need to say something. There's dead space. Yeah. I was feeling that way at the end there, and I'm like, no, shut up. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like, just like, cool, I'm cool.
Cool like a cucumber, yeah.
Cool like a cucumber, bro. Cool, calm, and collected. Catch your breath. Cool, like, cool, calm, and collected. You ask the question, so how would you want to show up as a dad? And like...
How would you throw that in there? Are you talking about using that as when they object, or are you just... as you're digging deeper before pricing?
I would definitely try to figure that out before pitching. So everything we kind of talk about, it's how can you handle the objection before it comes up? So if they want to be a dad in the future, cool, dive into it right then and there. It's like, oh, dude, I love that. I want to have a family of my own one day. And, how many kids do you want? How do you want to show up as a dad? Dude, that's amazing. Okay, cool. And how do you want to show up as a husband, bro? Like, I'm assuming you're going to have a girl in the future too. Like how would you want to show up for her?
Yeah. Okay. So get all that done before the pricing so that way when it comes, it's like, okay.
Because then you already have that in your back pocket. And because you have it in your back pocket, he's like, oh, I don't have the money. you bring it back to him being in an emotional state. Like, okay, I appreciate you for being honest, bro. Like, thank you for letting me know. You've been honest this whole call. I'm just curious, Bryson, is it just like the finances, or is there something about the program that I can break down for you a little bit more? You asked that. That was a really good question. That's isolating the objection. When you isolate it, he's like, nah, man, honestly, the program sounds great. I just really think it's the money. So if it's really the money, it's like, cool, bro. Like, I appreciate you for being honest. So we were talking earlier, man, and you've been pushing this off for the past 7 years. Now, let's just say 3-5 years go by and you actually do have those 2 kids in the future and you never decided to take action. How does that make you feel if that's the life that you end up living?
You pausing like this too when you're asking the question?
Because then it doesn't feel rushed.
Yeah, you say it with a lot of confidence, though. I'm like, oh, he's going to say the next thing, oh, you know? So it's like waiting for like the big boom, you know, like how's it going to make, you know? Okay.
And honestly, dude, it's those uncomfortable questions that have to be asked. Like when you felt like, no, I should just shut up. For me, I'm like, no, you asked the right question to get the answer you want.
So when you have certain questions like that, like if they brought up, yeah, I want to be a dad, I want to have a kid, would you kind of like take a little segue over here, talk about all this, get all crystal clear on like the kid and kind of use that as ammo and then come back to the main?
Exactly.
Okay. Like
Bingo.
a tree branch
Bingo.
or some shit? Okay.
Bingo. That's exactly it, bro.
Okay.
Because as soon as you drop the price, dude, as soon as you drop the price, they forget about everything they just told you. I want to be a role model. I want to be in the best shape of my life. I want to be there for my kids. I want to be active.
Not for $7 a day.
Dude, they forget about all of the right shit. Like they forget about all of the stuff that actually matters. Because a lot of people have like a very messed up money mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we're on this call. Like, that's why.
Dude, that's awesome. Dude, I appreciate that. So,
absolutely, bro. Yeah, I got a few more things if you don't mind. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Yeah, I want to hear what you have to say about the objections. I feel like I just botched those, dude.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. So, when it comes down to your pitch, I want to talk about something you did really good, which was you showed your expertise, which was great. And then when I told you I was 8 out of 10, I don't like that question either. But when I told you I was 8 out of 10, you said, like, what is it, bro? Like, is it kind of just like the belief in yourself or like what's kind of going on there? That's a great question. Because when you find out like what that gap is, you're not going to get that objection when you pitch him now because you already broke it down before the price. So that was a really good question before you went into the pitch.
Okay, noted.
Your program needs a name. It needs a badass name, bro. For me, my program's the Forever Fit Academy. I help ex-athletes, so people who grew up playing sports. So Forever Fit Academy, Academy usually deals with sports. Forever Fit, an athlete wants to be fit for the rest of his life.
I've actually got it called that. I don't even know why. It's called Allegiant Fit. It's like Allegiant Fitness, like you're like the definition of Allegiant, like loyal to or faithful to being fit kind of thing. So it's called Allegiant Fit. I just read the script though. I just on my line. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So save that on the call though.
Yeah. Make sure you say your program's name. Allegiant that actually sounds really cool. I love that.
Okay.
Now, when you're breaking down the 3 tiers, dude, the meal plan, the workout, and the accountability, it has to be tailored to the individual themselves.
Yeah.
So, for example, Colton, right? It was Colton?
Yep.
So Colton needed, the exact macros. Yes, he needed exact protein calories, but he also wanted to keep the burgers and the fries, and he also wanted to have that flexibility. So when you pitch your program to the solution to that problem, he feels like this is a no-brainer. Look, something like this. So, all right, Colton, so there's going to be 3 things I'm going to break down for you. The first thing is going to be the nutrition. So, dude, don't worry, bro. I'm going to make sure that we include the burgers and the fries and wherever it is else that you find yourself eating fast food. Like, if I teach you how to incorporate all of your favorite foods, so you can pack on this lean muscle and little body fat so you can get to 135 lean. Do you think that that would be something you'd want to learn?
Got it.
Hell yeah. Of course
Hell
I would,
yeah.
bro. That sounds amazing.
No, I don't want to U-Berg. Yeah.
Right. So then the next thing is the workout. Again, you kind of told me a little bit about your story about like the medium shirts and everything. I think that's great, but it shouldn't be in the pitch. It should be in the relatability section of like when you're kind of digging for pain, asking those expansive questions, throw your story in there so it kind of just flows like a conversation rather than just question. You with me?
You're saying when I'm pitching the program?
Yeah, I would say like when you pitched me in the workout section, you kind of mentioned like the medium shirts and how it fit you to show some relatability. I think that would be good more in like the middle of the program, the middle of the script where you're kind of bringing out pain rather than pitching.
Is that in the vision where they want to be?
It would be more so in like just relating to him. So however you felt when you were when you were fitting in, when medium shirts were kind of fitting you big, like you can share that at any point at the beginning of the call, just to break the ice, just so he can feel comfortable.
Okay.
But when it comes down to the pitch, you're telling him the program, you break down nutrition, tailor it to him. The workout, cool thing is, bro, everything's going to be out of my app. It's going to be exclusive to clients only. And the cool thing about this is I'm going to design a program specifically for you to pack on lean muscle. You're going to be in the gym 4 times a week, bro, and I'm going to design the workouts to where you're in there for 45 minutes so you're out by the 1 hour mark because I know you're super busy with work. Is that cool with you? It's going to be designed for strength so that way we can get stronger, and over time you're going to be able to be filling out your shirts starting with your shoulders and your chest, guaranteed. How does that sound?
Cool. Yeah, I like that.
Perfect, bro. So just designing it to like what they want, right? Like what they want. And the accountability, you were mentioning like other coaches, and I think that's a good approach, but it could be better if you just said like how it can benefit him. Dude, Colton, you've been struggling with this, dude, for the past 7 years. There's no more starting and stopping. Like, I'm going to make sure that I'm in your corner every single step of the way so that way you can actually hit 135 and beyond. Do you really want to get to 170? Dude, absolutely, bro. And I know that you can make this happen, especially if I'm pushing you every single step of the way. So the way that I'm going to ensure that I'm showing up for you is sending you a weekly check-in form. This weekly check-in form is going to take no more than 15, 20 seconds to get done. And it's mandatory in order for me to know where you're at mentally, physically, and emotionally. Is that cool with you? Is that something you can commit to? Are you okay with that? How does that sound? Those are all questions that you ask in order to get the reassurance that like they're listening to you.
Yeah, make sure they're not just zoning out.
Right. Like I like to ask questions in between.
Okay. Don't just go on a big old spiel. Yeah, okay.
Right. So that would be after like meal plan. Is that cool with you? Nutrition. Meal plan. Is that cool with you? Workout. How does that sound? Accountability. What do you think about that? Is that something you can commit to? Different question after each one so it doesn't sound robotic. Mm. Make sense?
Yeah. Was I doing that?
You did it twice. But it wasn't. It's just because I observed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
But just
like,
different questions.
Good? Blah, blah, blah. Does that sound good? Blah, blah, blah. Does that sound good? Yeah. Gotcha.
Perfect, bro. Now, in regards to the pitch itself, like, I think you broke down a lot of numbers before you actually pitched it. So instead, maybe just say, in-person training is normally going to cost you anywhere between $2,000 to $3,000 for a 16-week program, and you only get the training. But the great thing about my online coaching, the Allegiant Fit, is that you're going to get training, nutrition, accountability, and most importantly, the mindset portion. And for the first 16 weeks of the program, it's only going to be $750 as a one-time investment. Does that work for you? I would ask the 750 first. Handle all the objections there. Keep the 250 in your back pocket, so that way you handle the objections. And now, after you feel like you've dealt with it and you feel like, okay, now I don't want to push. Instead, I'm going to offer him something that makes him feel so special that he can't say no. Colton, man, it really seems like you want to make this happen, dude. Is it really just the finances, man?
Yeah.
Okay, got you, man. So look, I normally don't do this, but I can tell like you really want to make this happen, and you're really dedicated this time around. So I'm gonna do this for you. All right, I'm gonna do this for you. Instead of 750 as a one-time investment, why don't we just do 250 every 4 weeks? The first investment will be taken today, and it'll be every 4 weeks after that for the next 16 weeks. Does that work better for you? A little bit easier on cash flow?
Works a lot better.
Perfect, bro. So we'll just go ahead and start off with that. So that way it's easier for you on cash flow. And that way we can just get started today. And I can get you access to the program. That way I can get you access to the app right after this. Is that cool?
Yeah. We said that, cool. Dude, that's genius. So you back pocket the 250. So it's like a triple price anchor then. So it's like, hey, online or in person's $1 million. Mine is only $5, and that they can't afford that. It's like, well, like we can do $1. So it's like boom, boom, boom. Okay.
Exactly.
So would you mind going over that again? So you said you'd pitch let's see, where is it at? You'd say, okay, so in-person training is this much. You only get the in training, but my program is $750 up front. You said something that was like, you said the first 16 weeks. It wasn't like the program. It was like the first 16 weeks, which I like that. It's already pre-framing that the program is continuous, like beyond that. So I don't know.
Dude, are you in sales? Do you work at a car dealership or something?
No, I don't. I mean, okay. I work. I mean, look at this. I've got, and I know you know who this is, but I just study this guy all the time, dude. You know?
Perfect, bro. Yeah. I love it.
You know Andy Elliott, right?
Book. Yeah.
Okay. When I made that, I didn't see any reaction. I'm like, he doesn't even know who the, you know. But yeah, make sure.
Yeah. Cool, bro. So yeah, I think you got a great understanding of like how this kind of works, bro. Especially since you're studying Alex's stuff. He's also a genius, bro. Like. I listen to Brian's stuff all the time, but there's certain coaches that really like stand out in certain areas, and Alex does have like.
Yeah, he's crazy, dude.
He's different, bro. Yeah, he's different. Now, in regards to the pitch, yeah, I kind of make it seem like, so I offer 16-week, 6-month, and a year, and even that can be broken down in different ways. But for this case, because also this guy wants to go on a bulk, so he wants to put on some weight.
Yeah.
16 weeks is definitely good, but like there's also going to be a point in time where like bulk cut, now you're just a beast. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
I think pre-framing for the first 16 weeks, it's only going to be $750 as a one-time investment, not payment, as a one-time investment.
Yeah, don't say the P word, right?
You said payment one time, but
did
it was
I really?
just once.
Shit. Mm-hmm. Okay. Did I say
one-time
payment
investment.
link? Did I say payment link? No,
it might have been that. I don't know if it was. I don't know exactly.
Okay.
I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
But I heard payment one time, and I was just like, oh, just want to bring it up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Brian always says like, don't say that word, or I think it's that word. Just always investment. No, never contract either. It's the agreement.
Right. There you go. Yeah, there you go. So.
Okay.
I do pitch, 16 weeks, paid in full price, handle objections, get an understanding, listen, right? Like listen, get them back into an emotional state, and then make it seem like you're doing a favor. Bryson, look, man, it seems like you really want to make this happen. And I can tell, bro, like I can really tell that you're determined this time. So why don't we do this, bro? Like I want to make this work for you. Why don't we just do $250 a month? So it's a little bit easier on cash flow, helps you get started today. And that way you got me going through the holidays and New Year's. So we start off the New Year's with momentum. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, perfect, dude.
Awesome. So just making it seem like you're doing him a favor. I normally don't do this, man, but I can tell you're like dedicated and you're determined this time. Anyone would love to take that title on. dedicated and determined. They want to feel that. They want to be that.
You say, I can tell you're dedicated and determined to make this happen. Is that what you said?
Yep.
Obviously, you don't say it that way. Yeah, okay. I can tell that you are dedicated and determined.
Right.
Right.
So that would be like my main thing. You did a great breakdown of the cost. I've never broken it down like that, like on the daily, which was really intelligent. I just think
cool.
Get them back into an emotional state.
Yeah, when I was doing that, as I was breaking it down, because I kind of wrote notes in that, and as I was breaking it down, I'm like, I don't even know where to go from here. I broke it down, now what? You know, so that's a struggle.
Yeah. After you pitch, you listen, you ask those right questions. Using the script is fine, but sometimes you're gonna have to veer off from the script and just kind of really like understand, like, I'm really just talking to another human right now.
Yeah.
So what's up, bro? Like, what is it that's really holding you back? Like, is it really the money, or is it just something about the program I can break down for you in some more detail?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, like, it's kind of the money, bro. I'm just not really sure if I can swing it right now. Dude, I understand, bro. Like, I know money's tight. Trust me, I got rent and everything too. Like, I know what it feels like, so it's all good. And I appreciate you for being honest, but I mean, I know you've been struggling with this for the past 7 years or so, man. So, like, is it that you just, aren't really ready to make this change? Or is it, something maybe about the program that I can really make a little bit more sense for you?
So most of the time when they say that, it's always, what have you found it's usually the answer? Because is it ever like, oh yeah, I'm not sure about the workout program? It's probably always price, right? Like,
it's usually always price. It's usually always a smokescreen. People have the money. People spend money on dumb shit. And they just don't see their health as in the same spectrum for some reason. They don't.
So interesting, dude. Like without your health, man, it's useless, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people don't see it like that. So when we're on the call and they say money, 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 dude, sometimes it is, bro. Like, sometimes it's tough out here. All right, like, I get it. But a lot of the time, it's just getting them back into that emotional state. So they're like, oh, no, bro, like, the program sounds great. They'll say anything that sounds right, too. Like, they'll say anything that sounds right.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so the program sounds great. Perfect, bro. I love it. Now, what did you like most about the program? Get them to sell themselves back. What did you like most? Yeah, dude, I think the nutrition would be helpful. Why the nutrition? Like, why that one out of all four pillars of the program? I just feel like it's gonna do X, Y, and Z for me. Okay, cool. So you love the program because you're pretty certain that it's gonna help you build that lean muscle, get back to 135 and beyond. Yeah. And they're like, yeah. Okay, perfect, bro. So, I mean, it obviously sounds like the program is something that you want to commit to. Now, I want to ask you, we talked about it earlier. Let's say you don't take action, right? We get off of this phone call. You decide to just kind of live the same life that you've been living. 5 years go by. Maybe you do have a kid in the future, maybe 2. And you're in the same position. How does that make you feel?
Do you pause like that too, right there? If they start talking before you finish how does that make you feel? What do you do?
It depends what they say, but if they say something like, no, like, I won't let that happen. And it's like, well, I'll be honest with you, Colton, like, it's been 7 years.
Yeah. You kind of put it back in there. Like, how would that make you feel?
Yeah, it's been 7 years. So what do you think? Like, why do you think this time would be different if you did it on your own?
That's a good one. Why do you think it'd be different this time?
And they're like, I'm really determined. I'm really motivated. And it's like, dude, how many times have you told yourself the same story just to find yourself stuck in the same position? How many times have you told yourself that?
Yeah.
How much longer are you willing to put this off? Like, how committed are you to really feeling good and confident about yourself and how you feel in your shirts? Like, how committed are you to really making this happen?
And when do you say all this?
That would be like, I'm handling the objection right now.
So I say, do you mind if we role play opposite? So I'll be Colton.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Hold on one sec. How much longer are you willing to put this? Okay. Also, real quick, so maybe it's a question for later, but would you recommend that I put in a longer term first? So instead of 16-week, I start with 6 months or something like that? Or should I just keep it 16-week for the sake of this first one?
Just for the sake of your first one, bro, just keep it like this and just frame it as for the first 16 weeks, it's only going to be $750.
And so you pitch it like that. So in-person's this, mine's this. And for the first 16 weeks, it's $750. And then how would you go from there? Because I think mentally, I'm like, how do I segue from instead of giving them two options, it's just one. So it's just like, and it's $750, you know?
Yeah, perfect. Great question. So you always end off with a question, an expansive question. So, and it's only going to be $750. How does that sound? Does that work for you? What do you think about that?
Does that work for you? So in person, this much. My program is this. How does that work for you?
Mm-hmm. And then they're like, let's go. We could do it. We could do a role play. So, so you pitch me the $750. You can practice the little script right now, the little pitch. And then, no. Sorry. I'm pitching you, right?
Oh, we can do both. I mean, I need practice, dude. So whatever. You go first, and then I'll take notes and I'll try to do it myself.
Okay, yeah. So I'll pitch you right now, so and you can do Colton, and then.
So I'm giving you a money objection, right?
You can throw whatever you want, and I'll just try my best to handle the curveballs.
Okay, what were we just talking about though? Because I want to make sure that objection. You said how much longer are you willing to put this off for?
Yeah,
I think my question is how do you thread those in? Because if I was like, oh man, we'll just do it right now. So I don't know, man, $750. That's a little steep for me right now. I'm not sure if I can do that right now.
Okay, dude, I appreciate you for being honest. So, finances aside, dude. Colton, like I don't even want you to think about finances right now. Do you even feel like the Forever Fit Academy is the right solution for you?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things you went over sounds pretty good. I really like it, yeah. Dude,
I love it, bro. What kind of stood out to you the most? Like, what'd you like the most out of the 3 pillars we talked about?
Well, the accountability for sure. I think that'll be the most beneficial because it seems like consistency is my biggest obstacle. So I think if I can crush that, dude, I think it'll be great. So I can have you kind of in my corner making sure I'm doing the right things. Probably be it for me. I think, yeah, accountability for sure.
Okay, I love it, bro. So the accountability tier kind of stands out to you the most. How long have you been struggling with for, dealing with your accountability and staying consistent in the gym?
It probably goes back to that same time frame. So like 5 to 7 years, something like that. I mean, it's pretty long, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a long time. And I just want to ask you, Colton, like, how much longer are you willing to push this off?
That's good. See, I don't want to put it off. It's just a lot up front right now, man. I don't want to put it off anymore, but I don't know if I can swing 750,
Yeah, absolutely, bro. So it does seem like you love the program. It seems like you'll get the value from it. So is it really just the finances that's kind of holding you back from getting started, or is it really something about the program that just doesn't seem like it would work for you?
The program seems great, man. I think if we help me with my nutrition, I mean, you said that I wasn't eating enough, and that was kind of a stinger. So it's like, yeah, I really think I'm eating so much, but I'm really not. So that and the accountability, and if I have the workouts ready, honestly, if all the guesswork was just taken out, I think that'd be it. So the program is great, man. I think it's just the money, dude. I don't know. Can I get back to you on that?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And how much time would you need to think about this?
If I can get back to you on Monday, we can start the week off on a good foot. Yeah, Monday'd be cool.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely give you a few days to think about it. But before we do that, before we kind of schedule in a time, though, when it comes down to like you wanting to like really dial into your goals, Colton, why are we even on this phone call today?
That's good, dude. Yeah, I just want to get my shit together. I feel ready to make a change and commit to this, dude. And I'm ready to do this, but it's a lot of money, man. Can we split it up into payments, or because $750, I can't swing that. Like, there's no. I only got $200 in my savings right now.
Okay, yeah, got you, bro. So, and I just, before we even continue talking about finances, dude, like, I just want to make sure this is a good fit for you. Like, I want to make sure this works for you and that you feel confident with your decision. You mentioned that you were feeling like you were a 6 out of 10 earlier. And why do you feel like you're playing at that low of a level right now? Like, what do you feel like you can be doing better?
Probably just everything, man. Probably nothing's consistent. I'm not eating enough, and if I just fix all those things, I think I would be much better off. So I think for me to get to a higher number, because I gave you a 6, I think I would have to, I'd probably just have to get really, probably have to get my hands dirty, be a little uncomfortable for a minute, and then fix this shit, man, because I've been doing this for a while. I've been doing this for 7 years, haven't seen any results. So having that structure would be the game changer, because I don't think I've really had that before. So yeah,
dude, I hear you, bro, and I'm gonna relate to you I'm gonna relate to you as well, because I invest into myself, bro. I have a coach as well, and I'm locked in with him for the next year, so I know what it feels like to be uncomfortable. And I just gotta ask, like, have you ever invested into yourself, your health, or your mindset like this before? Have you ever done this?
I can't say that I have, man. I don't think so. Maybe just a couple courses here and there, but nothing crazy, yeah.
Got you. So let's say you did, right? I like doing hypotheticals. I'm a very optimistic person, bro. So, like, let's say you did take a chance on yourself. You went all in. You're looking in the mirror. You're 140, pushing 150. We'll just call it where you're pushing 150. You're feeling out your shirts, like getting closer to getting into that large. You feel confident. You're just like, yeah, like Colton, like, I'm that guy, like, I'm him. You're feeling good.
I'm him, yeah.
Like, let's say you're doing that, bro, and you're actually living that lifestyle. And if I told you right now was that decision of you either getting closer to that path or you stepping further away from it, what would that, like, future Colton want?
Well, future me is really jacked and tan and handsome. He's definitely pushing 170, so he definitely want me to make this decision. I got to be honest with you, man. This sounds perfect. It's just a 750, so if we could break that up, then I'm ready to go. Okay,
perfect, bro. So look, I can, like, hear it in your voice, bro. Like, you really want to make this happen. I normally don't do this, but because you're so determined, man, like, I don't want finances to be the only reason why we don't get started today. So why don't we do this? Let's just break up the investment in half. We'll do $325 down now. And halfway through the program, dude, in 8 weeks, we'll cover the rest of the investment. Would that make it easier for you to get started today?
Yeah, I think that would be if I just did $325. So when do I have to owe the next $325?
In 8 weeks, so 8 weeks from today, I'll have to look at my calendar to get an exact date, but 8 weeks from today would be the second half.
Okay, that sounds great, but what if, can I just pay for 8 weeks now and then have an 8-week program, or?
So your goal is to get to 170, is that right?
That's the ultimate goal. I know I'm not doing that in 4 months, though, so I know it's a long-term play for sure.
Absolutely. So what makes you think that 8 weeks would be the better option then?
I don't know, man. It's a lot of money, and I just, like, I want to do it for sure, and I can do the 325 today. I can move some things around, but doing it again in 8 weeks, I don't know if I could swing that another time. So can I just do 8 weeks then?
Okay, Colton, it kind of seems like you're overthinking right now, and instead, dude, I just want you to focus on right now, right? Like, if we focus on right now, on what we do right now, what we do today, dude, 8 weeks from now, if you do everything that I tell you, you trust the program, you trust the process, you show up for yourself, and you do all the weekly check-ins, you don't miss, and you don't see any progress within the first 8 weeks, dude, I will literally send you your money back with an extra $25 with a pizza on me. Because if I can't get you results, dude, I don't deserve your money. Is that fair?
It's fair.
Perfect, bro. So I'm going to send you the investment link right now. Go ahead and take care of that. While you're doing that, while we're on the call, I'm going to grab your questionnaire and I'll walk you through the next steps. Is that cool?
Cool.
Perfect.
Yep.
So that's how I would go about that.
Fucking wizard, dude.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, you said I don't deserve your money, and I was like, I felt that. Yeah, that's cool, dude.
Yeah.
That's good. Is that you use all these lines yourself? Do you?
I do.
Damn, dude, good for you. Dude, before we even continue, this means so much to have your help. So thank you so much. I mean, I feel even more confident even just being the recipient. So thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro, that makes me happy. Yeah, that's what it's about, bro. Like, we're just here to learn and get better. So all the things that I've learned that have helped me, I'm just here to share it, you know?
Yeah, you're a good man, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, bro. I got you. We could do these more too. Like, you know, let me know how the call goes, and then after we can schedule another one next week. And I'm about it, bro.
Yeah, you're actually the only guy on the whole damn post that I made that has even been committed to actually doing one of these, which I thought was crazy because in the onboarding group, everyone's like roleplay, and now I'm in the real thing, and everyone's like looking the other way.
Yeah,
you know?
Sometimes people they'll say yes and then they don't end up doing it, and it's kind of like it's kind of hard to find those consistent, like, steady partners, you know?
Yeah, I think that would be because I've been doing this with ChatGPT, and I do think it's been very helpful. But I mean, I've learned more than in this one. We've been doing this for like an hour and a half. I've learned more in this 1 hour and a half than I have with the last 20 role plays combined, you know? Because it can only give me so much, you know? It can only tell me so much. Like all these back and forths, it doesn't really do tonality that well, you know? What's really annoying about it is I'll ask questions and it just keeps the same tone. It's like, I'm really trying to be 300 pounds because blah, blah, blah. And I really like that. Here's what, you know, it's just like, nobody would talk like that, you know?
Yeah, it's not the same. It's
not the same. But it's helping with the script, so I think that part's been good because every time I go through it, I'll change something in the script to make it so how I would say it. You know, because Brian's like, he says cool a lot, and I just don't say that, you know, so I got to remove that. And like, does that sound good? Does that make sense? So I just go through, refine it a little bit, and that's helped a lot. But this has been, I think this is going to be more helpful because the objection handling, you know, because I'll go through and be like, hey, what did I do great? And it's like, you really handled this well. I'm like, I didn't even say that, though, you know? So,
yeah.
Anyway, I just appreciate it, dude. So, yeah.
Yeah, I got you, bro. Yeah, I'm glad we're able to make this happen. I know sometimes, you know, same day kind of things don't really end up happening. Yeah. But, you know, I'm about my work, bro. I'm about getting better. I'm here for the long run, you know? So this is going to be good practice, and this is all it's about, you know?
Yeah, if you can, dude, I'd appreciate doing it like once or twice a month. That'd be cool. So, I mean, I don't want you to be like, teach me everything, but like this has been so helpful, dude. So,
yeah, that makes me happy. Yeah, that's what it's about, bro. Yeah, we can make this happen once or twice every month, every week, even type of thing, dude. Like,
I mean, I'm sure you're way busier than I am. So, yeah, whatever I can fit in, dude.
We'll make time for it. I got you.
Cool. Sweet, man. Well, wish me luck. Cool, I still got 2.5 hours. There's one more person that wanted to do a role play, but I think they bailed. So,
okay, got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions, though? Anything else you maybe want to go over, or you, anything?
No, I don't think so. I think maybe just the order. So, like, best case scenario, he's like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to do this one. I've got the links ready. I've got all that ready. I've got the agreement ready. But the order that you do this, so you say yes. I'm like, cool, man. I'm going to send you the link. I'm going to get your questionnaire ready while you do that. I mean, that's important, right? So they don't hop off the call. And then pretending that you send the payment, I'm going to then send the questionnaire, and then I would just explain the questionnaire. When do I send the agreement? Would I send that before the questionnaire or after the questionnaire?
I don't think the order necessarily matters. What I do is I send them the link, and then once they send the investment, I usually have Trainer Eyes pulled up so I can see that it went through. But I'll just tell them, let me know once you send it so I can confirm on my end. And once I see it go through, I will have another link ready of the questionnaire, which is basically just like, I have a link right here of like name, email, all this stuff to get them access to the app. So question like on like what's your nutrition looking like, or like
is it really in depth, like you ask all the important questions that are what you use to make their program?
So for me, when I like send the questionnaire, I do ask questions that, because I teach flexible dieting, I don't really need. I just kind of teach them like protein and calories, and that's it, you know? So
yeah.
It's very flexible. So when I ask them the questions, I should probably change it because it's really not like something I need to know because I don't teach meal plans. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I just send them one link, which is just like the questionnaire of questions about their diet, how many times can you commit to in the gym, food allergies, just like the simple stuff. And then they fill that out, they complete it, and then I'll send them access to the app.
Okay. So the order doesn't necessarily matter, just collect payment, go from there?
Yeah, and then you just kind of figure out what the next thing is.
Okay. I just don't want to fumble the ball and be like, okay, so thanks. You know, I don't think I will. I feel confident talking to human, but as far as navigating what we just did, I think I'm gonna have that little wobble in my voice, you know. But which I'm gonna try my best because, I mean, like I said, doing all these role plays I always thought was just so corny. So, you know. So here's a little secret, dude. And this is kind of motivation for me. So I was actually in the CLA when it was the 10K Academy 4 years ago, and I pulled every excuse, every string I could to bail out of the program, and I did because Cole and Brian are G's like that. And I sent, this is crazy, I'll never forget it, but I was in the airport and I sent Brian 20 voice memos just bullshitting, explaining why I needed out of the program. And he was being kind of hard on me. He's like, hey man, sounds like, you know, he wasn't being a dick at all. I was being a pussy, you know? So whatever he said was well deserved. But he finally let me out. And so when I signed up again, I was like, hey man, I got a secret for you. I'm not going to tell it to you until I reach 10K because it's going to be fucking cool. Because I was in your program and I bailed out because I just, you know, in here wasn't right. I just was weak-minded, you know. So the fact that I'm doing a role play again, that's just big wins for me. I mean, even if the call goes so south, I booked a call. That's cool for me, you know. So I'm gonna take that win and celebrate it. Yeah. So
yeah, hell yeah, and I appreciate you sharing that. You know, I know a lot of that is kind of like something that you got to carry with you, but use it as motivation, like how you are. Like this is a win. Like you didn't have to get on the role play. You didn't have to reach out. You didn't have to send me the DM. Yeah. You didn't have to do any of that. You know, so
I don't know if you can see this right here. Can you see that?
I can't. Let me see. Let me open up my screen a little bit more. Maybe I can read it. I can't read it, but it looks like money and blue.
Yeah, so it's like 10K. Tell Brian about the surprise, which is me. Just like, I've been in your program before and it didn't work because I was fucking pussy, dude. So, yeah, because I mean, I've got that vision, right? Like, I'm on the pod chats. I'm the guy he's interviewing, you know. Like, I would love, you know, got big goals, right? I'm sure you,
yeah.
You get it.
I feel you, bro.
Anyway, that's $1 million bill, so I'll get there.
yeah, I love it, bro. That's awesome.
Cool.
You're going to get there, dude. This is just, you know, one step better. That's all.
Yeah.
This is one step better.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, Joe, I appreciate your help so much, man. Like, for real, thank you so much. It's very helpful. You're awesome.
Yeah, I got you, bro. Thank you for your time. It's nice meeting you, and let me know how the call goes, all right?
Okay, I will. I'll be the first person I let know, man.
All right, cool. Good luck, bro. You got this.
Okay. Hey, thank you. See you later.
Peace.
That's a good fucking man right there, guys. That is one hell of a man. He is just a coach like me doing his thing in the program. He doesn't get any payment, doesn't get anything from doing what he just did. That's a good fucking person. So that gave me more help, more clarity than everything else that I've done. So shout out to, what was his name? Joseph something. I want to give credit where credit is due because this guy's a baller. Let's see. Joseph Fuentes. I think it's Fuentes. Yeah. Shout out to Joseph. Shout out to Joe F. How about that? That's cool, man. So I still got 2.5 hours to go into the call. Truthfully, I feel good about how everything is going to go. And I think I feel that way based off of the answers that he gave me in the application that I didn't even ask him to fill out, which is another thing. So he took initiative to fill it out himself. So let's see. So the things that stick out to me is how committed are you to achieving your goals right now? So there's 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, etc. And 5 out of 5 is I'm all in, whatever it takes. Now 14 says, are you prepared to financially invest in your physical health, mental health, and overall well-being and self-development and as a man? And let me actually go to the form. So the very bottom, before it asks that question, it says the Allegiant Fit program is designed to do the following: build serious muscle, build real strength, shred love handles, build real world discipline, raise your standard, blah, blah, blah. Help you do the same. As such, Allegiant Fit program, I need to put as such, the Allegiant Fit. Oh, Allegiant Fit is not a free program. Are you prepared to financially invest in yourself? Yes. So he filled that out, and he gave me all the right answers, gave me all the green answers. He gave me all the pain points, he's been doing this. So in terms of sales, this guy's been hurting for a while. He's been putting this off for 5 years. That's true. It wants to get to 135. That's true. And yeah, man. So I don't want to say that I got the sale because I don't want to build that false hope in myself here, or that false belief, or I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But given how things are now, I feel confident. And regardless of the outcome, I'm stoked for the opportunity. So with all this being said, I'm going to try to get one more role play in because one guy is messaging me, I believe. And I might be doing that in a half hour. I don't know. I'm going to run through it one more time just to get the practice. Truthfully, me sitting here right now, I do not want to. I do not want to do another role play. I want to just do the call. Now, I'm going to call myself out. Why would I not want to practice one more time before I could potentially make $750 tonight or $1,000 over the next 4 months? Why would I not want to increase the likelihood that I make that sale? Well, if I'm answering my question, it's probably because I would rather hang out and not do any extra right now. I'd rather hang out. I mean, I just did an hour and a half role play. I did a nice leg day workout today. I'd rather just hang out, or I'd rather eat. Now, I'm probably going to eat, but so I'm going to call myself out on that. So I'm going to do a role play. I'm going to commit right now. So the other guy says, great. Now I have a meeting at 3:30 to, let's see, sounds like me. Is 5 your time still okay, or is that too late? 5 is great. 5 is great, man. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to make this happen. Send. So just committed. So that's me kind of sharing the real thought process of everything, and also what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, all that shit. So what's going through my head now? Well, I'm honestly not even thinking about the call. I'm thinking about, I want to message more people because I haven't messaged anybody today. I've replied to 19 people today. Dude, I do a horrible job at recognizing my wins. And I always focus on the all or nothing, which I don't think that's the safest thing to say. I don't focus on the all or nothing. I focus... I'm going to share this thought real quick because it just intruded in my head. Tomorrow, I have a day off. Saturday, I have a day off. Sunday, I have a day off. Tonight, I get to see my beautiful girlfriend. Tomorrow, I get to see a friend that moved away. And I have 3 days off in a row to work on my shit. Worst case scenario, I don't make the sale, but I have all this free time and I'm fucking pumped about it. All right, so that's that. That just entered my head. I wanted to share it because I just have these thoughts that just come and go. So anyway, and this goes back to me thinking about the amount of work required to build anything great. So I think most people are going to do what I just said. They're going to get off the role play and they're going to just hang out until the call because they feel good and they did the role play. But hey man, I got to get this fucking sale because I'll tell you what, I don't absolutely critically, without a shadow of a doubt, need this money or else. And I'll tell you what, dude, it would provide me a lot of relief. It would build that belief in myself. And this could potentially be a golden episode. I think I'm going to call them golden episodes because instead of valuable shows, golden shows. The golden episodes. All right, there we go. Just discovered that. So today is going to be a golden episode if I get this sale, because this is going to be one of the coolest episodes to look back on because, well, I think the next one, because I'm not going to, this is already at an hour and 30 minutes, dude. Gee Lordis. So the next, it'll be, what would that be? What episode are we even on today? That's him right there. So today is 427. So 427B could be my very first ever sales call ever completed in the history of ever. So pretty pumped about that. So this will be one of those shows that we all look back on. For example, think of whoever you are listening right now. Think of the person that you look up to the most. Maybe that's Andy Frisella, Alex Hormozi, Joe Rogan, David Goggins. Maybe it's a basketball player, football player. Maybe it's an author. Maybe it's a singer. If you could go back and listen to, well, I guess actually what I'm trying to say is the entrepreneurship shit. So if you could go back and listen to their first, like, Grant Cardone, or Alex Hormozi, like I just said, or Andy Frisella when he was doing sales and he was in the trenches, or Sal Frisella, he was a salesman at Xerox. If you could go back and listen to their, Andy Elliott, Jeremy Minor, if you could go back and listen to any of their first ever sales calls, how fucking sick would that be? Because you would say, oh man, he did exactly what I'm doing. He said that just like me. He fucked up just like me. He didn't get the sale, and I didn't get it either. But look at him now. He's a millionaire. So I'm on the right path. That's the whole goal with all this. That's the entire goal with all of this shit. So, hell yeah. And just by the nature of the show and how listeners go about it, there's not going to be many people in the history of this show that even hear me say these words right now. Because it's a random episode in the early stages, a random 427 episode, and it's over almost 2 hours long. So why the fuck would somebody listen to this random ass show in the middle of it, So I'll have to deem this one a golden episode as well. So much shit to worry about, man, but I'll tell you what, doing something is always better than doing nothing. And the more that I just go with messy action, the more that I realize this, the more that I confirm this to be true. So 19 minutes to go. What did he say? He said, you got it. Yeah, so role play in 19 minutes. Here we go. So with those 19 minutes, I'm going to take a chill pill. I'm going to go heat up some food, try to grab something, and get ready for the next one. And then, assuming that's another hour, that will roll from I'm actually going to tell him, I'm going to update my sales script and put everything that I just learned into the script. Hey man, is 5:30 actually better? I just hopped off another role play and want to adjust my script and implement the feedback. Cool. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I took about notes. I got a page full of notes here. Probably about a half page if you condensed it. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so I got more shit I want to share, but dude, it just seems like this is not the right time to do it because nobody would hear it. So anyway, share that in another episode. That's today. That's 427. So if you want to hear me make my first sale, baby, it's the next episode, 427. He said cool works for me. So I'm walking into this with confidence, but I'm also walking into this with just a really good state of mind, dude, because no matter what, this is going to be my first at bat, and it's going to be good practice. And to think that I could profit 1,000 over the next 4 months or 750 tonight, then that's cool, man. Because you know where that money's going? Directly into savings, and I'm not going to touch it. You know why am I not going to do that? Because I, in my head, have this vision of having a big... let me know if there's a certain objection you want to hear and practice on, or if you want a random one. That's a good man right there. Shout out to Greg H. Good man. He's also killing it. He joined the program 60 days ago. He's already made $4,000. So good for him. So anyway... Oh yeah, so all the money, I have this vision that in my head, I'm going to have however much money it is required to pay off everything that I owe. Now, by the day, it's just more and more because everything's on a credit card now. Not that I can't afford to use my own money, but I get rewards points and it extends my financial life by a few months and I need time. So great. So in my head, it's like I have 20 grand in my savings. And then in one day, I just go and pay off that card, pay off this card, pay off this loan, pay off my car, pay this off. Go over here, pay this off, empty this, whatever. And that way, I owe nothing to anyone, and all my money is mine. I'm not paying stupid high interest rates on anything, which is one thing I don't like, but it comes with the idea that, whatever. So that's the vision that I've always had. I'll probably cave, and I'm like, well, I got $5,000. I'm going to go ahead and pay this off, so I'm not going to pay on anymore. And I probably will. But in my head, it would be cool as shit. I also would love to see... $100,000 in my bank account. I think that would be insane. I would also love to see 10 grand. The most money I've ever seen in my bank account ever in the history of my life is $3,540 something dollars. And that's when I saved up to buy my first car. So I didn't have any responsibilities. I was just working and saving money. I think I was making $400 a week. So I think it was $372. I remember it was $372 per week because I'd spend about $300 of that on Hollister clothing every 2 weeks. No lie. I have all the clothes still. It's crazy. It was 11 years ago, 12 years ago. 11 years ago. All right, guys, that's it. I know I said a lot, but feeling good. It's going to be a long night for sure. Not really, but you know what? I might even chug an energy drink because I do have a longer night for me anyway, because I'm driving my girlfriend to the airport, and I'm going to be up a little bit later. So anyway, guys, that's it. Love you so much. Tune into the next episode to hear me make my first sale. Let's go.